Well, it is very important, I think, to talk today, especially because I was thinking about spiritual things. I mean, not about a particular thing, but in general, about everything going around. And recently, I saw one of the Indian guy who was bright in his studies and went to IIT, which is one of the reputed uh, places for higher education. After graduating from there, did different things, tried different things, and came to Canada, and also went on to have depression, and then he went back to India, and at the recent Mahakumbh Mela, which is like a great fear, or let's say, where people of Hindu religion from all over the world who believes in Hinduism are also some of people who are interested in religion, even if they are scientists, researchers, who are interested to know this, what spirituality is, why people are gathering there, what are different rituals, processes, and why it is so meaningful. So it attracted millions of people from all over the world, and whole media and everything was there for this occasion. And as we know, today's world, we have seen many people who become sensational overnight. Similarly, in this gathering, also one guy emerged as a popular. Many people started to see him as a big thing, or a guy with a really different opinion that does not perfectly align with the society, because normally the society wants you to become successful. That means the meaning of successful in its own definition of success. It has being rich after you study, get a good job, stable job, then start making family, look after parents and everything. But this guy seems to have rejected all these things, which is a kind of shock for many people. And he became a kind of a vagabond in a sense when they look at who is not accepting to their ideas, their beliefs, their definitions. And even in that occasion where he went to different gurus, um, even those gurus did not accept him, because he was not there to become, or he was not there to be in their hierarchy. He wanted freedom. But again, even the field of spirituality, you can see when you get into different schools, there are different traditions, schools, and within those traditions, schools, they have hierarchy, they have class. Someone is a leader, and there comes a division. So it shows it's not free. Even if you go there, there's some sort of hierarchy, there is some sort of, you know, division. I'm not saying necessarily they are bad, it can be helpful for many people, but again, someone who wants to be free or wants to explore, let them follow. It's Krishnamurti or like Buddha himself, they have clearly mentioned many times, and we know all about this. But when it comes practically, we uh, contradict with these ideas that you have to find truth yourself. You have to seek freedom. No one can be your guru. No one can give you the realization in your hand to your brain. You have to be yourself. You have to find your path. You have to go there, and you know but many of them like again wants you to be in that part, and there is again different kind of socialization, and you have to go through all of that. So it is very, you know a very challenging thing for someone who is truly seeking, and it can be, it can deflect you from the motivation, or it can distract you. These are can be obstacles, though they are in the name of spirituality, they are growing. They can stop you from moving forward, or like they will put you in that model, and which will makes it very difficult you to find your path. So, I wanted to talk today on this specific topic because even I am personally, you know, thinking up in this thing for since a long time. So I think it is an important question for everyone who are in the journey of, seeking, who are in the journey of, spirituality, are finding themselves at the meaning of life, as truth. It is very important because when they realize that they have to find something, eventually they might reach a position where they will figure out there is really nothing to be found. Everything is there, out there. It just have to be there. It can be a realization, but like initially you do not reach that conclusion, and you have to go through a process. Then you start finding ways. You start believing this, believing that. Start following different people, different scriptures, different ideas, and it will be very challenging. Many of them contradict with each other, and you do not become satisfied with one particular ideology, with one particular ism. You get into that for some time, you might like that. After some time, you start feeling, why are they paradoxical? Why are they hypocrites? Because you see the differences in practice and in theory, and you start questioning everything. So the time the realization comes that you have to seek, you already start questioning, which is a good thing. We are talking on this matter. It's because we have already started questioning, right? So we are questioning why this guy, why society is not accepting, or many of the people in society see it as something miraculous, something out of the box, or many might consider him sociopath or being cynical. They give all these kinds of adjectives to him, but why? Why is the reason? We have to start questioning. It's not about being right and wrong. It's about your journey. And again, when you try to see it from societal perspective, from the eyes of society, then you will suffer. You will doubt on your journey. You will start like, am I doing it right? But so you have to separate yourself from society. I don't mean you have to completely vanish. Society will always be there, but when you are thinking, you have to you have to be a witness to this, that it is a societal perspective. Do not make it your own perspective and try to see it from behind, staying behind from societal perspective with zooming out and zooming in. When you see it from a kaleidoscopic perspective, you will get different. Then you can draw a conclusion, right? Which can be near to the truth. Or there is also a saying there are multiple truths, so you don't have to be concrete on one particular truth, and it will make you more, grumpy when you're like, when you settle down on one particular truth. So it's not about searching more. It never ends. It's like, desire is one of the major reason behind our misery, and the urge to seek. It is very important drive to start the journey, but at the end it has to settle down. Otherwise, like, never ends. The journey to search, the journey of gathering, accumulation, exploration. That's not an end. There's no end to it. So we just have to be and just let it be. Resolve around. Everything is out there. So as much as it comes to you, just like it's stoic. It can you can relate it to a stoic philosophy or somehow to insane philosophy. That just see it as be a witness to everything. You don't have to particularly hang on with them, or like start making them your own beliefs or systems. Just observe and let it go. It is very important. So it is a very important question today. Like, if you want to get into the journey of seeking or finding truth, or finding yourself, or what's out there, you know first of all, it is very important to realize. I think it can make you very upset because you have just started your journey, and when you encounter there's nothing out there, and when encounter people who say it's like there's nothing out there, it is a very upsetting thing, because you will become helpless, hopeless. The drive factor is the motivation factor, is the end, where you are hoping you'll get something that will finally give you bliss. You'll be eternally happy, or you'll find truth that will keep you motivated, or so when you are feeling hopeless, it is very difficult to carry on. But there should be a true drive, like mm, when but it is very important to have the drive, but never expect too much, like expecting to find an answer, because it will make you more upset times. I know it's easier said than done, and you have to figure it out yourself, and even these understanding have to be your own. Like, just you are listening it means you won't automatically get it, but somehow when you are in those moments, a person who's been there, and if they have said, it can certainly hit you on those moments, and you can suddenly relate, and the realization can occur. So that's why I'm sharing these things. The realization will come back to you, and oh yeah, it's just a learning. You carry on, and finally, you start becoming used to, and you really start not caring much about stops, and it becomes part of life. And when you see someone going and becoming successful in his studies days, and why they are rejecting, you'll get answers, because at the end, when you are by, and you are not, if you are seeking truth, finding yourself, why do these things start in a person? It's because when a person does not see or find the meaning, or that value, that motivation or happiness in things that's been defined as nice, as beautiful, as virtuous, or something worth to have by society, like having a relationship, family or job and stuff. When you start, these things are not giving me happiness. Where is happiness? What's the source of? The day you start questioning these things, you know, you start your journey. And it doesn't mean you have to be a vagabond or a person who is full of hatred, and I'm not saying you have to be this. Like even being with family, you can do it. It doesn't have to, and you don't have to judge other people who is going there, who is living family like that. It's their necessity. It's something there. They know it. Then only they know, what's making them choose that path. So we cannot decide. We better focus on ourselves, on our journey. Our journey can't be same. Our realization can't be same. It can be different. So it is very easier to comment on somebody, why they are doing this or like that. Because they know the suffering, the major factor is the suffering, and they want to get out of it. And at that point in time, they can be away from their family, but they will be realizing they will become more compassionate. Means they will obviously love their family, and it's very obvious for them to love their parents, their children, their relatives. Even if they have abused you, if they have done something wrong with you, you will start growing. It may take time, but it will. You'll you know become a more beautiful person. You'll have good virtues. You start developing them. You'll become more empathetic. So you develop ability to forgive. So these things come. So there is not a question that you will hate your family members and this and that, but gradually it can be, through that you'll start seeing everyone as equally important to you. Or maybe you don't want to be attached to anybody because you've realized attachment is also another source of misery, because they will start upsetting you after a long time. Because once there is attachment, there is a fear of detachment, fear is of losing, and you start disposing expectations on others. So these are the things. So it's basically no one is harming you. It's your own expectations from someone. You want someone to be ideal. The world doesn't function, doesn't happen that way. So you cannot change other people drastically or by forcing them. They have to go through their own realization in order to change them, or it is very hard. So all the thing is to change yourself, your perspectives. So it is very, that's why I wanted to talk, and it can be related to that IIT Baba, who has become famous at the moment and is all over internet, ubiquitous, literally meaning everywhere, right? So this kind of the people who become automatically, I mean, let's not say automatically, but like overnight, famous, they have their own journey. Everybody should not attract you or distract you, or but you can learn from them a lot, listen to them, and you have to find yourself. You have to start your journey, and it is fine if you want to follow some guru, follow some tradition, follow some ways, but it is very important to know that you do not fall into that trap or into any ideology, because the main goal is to be free of all that. If it is helping you in some way, if it keeps you more disciplined, it helps you in the track, you can use them as a way, but there are chances that they will mislead you. There are chances because when you get into that, the chances of brainwashing are like, because many people are making it a business, just, you know they are not honest, and fake people, let's say. So it is very important for you to remain alert, observe everything, and make a proper decision. It's your journey. No matter what direction you go, whatever path you follow, at the end you have to figure out, and it's you to find the path for you, no matter what you do, what you choose. Thank you this much for today. Probably we'll talk on some different topic in following days. Good day.